Hi, and welcome to Rala and Baby, the big idea.
Welcome to Rala and Baby, the big idea. It's so fucking true. We're starting again.
And here we are, right at the beginning, at the top of the start.
Seriously, we have done this very little time so far.
Yep.
And we're here again. We're sensitive, we're tired, and we're starting a podcast. That's how we feel.
Yeah, it's incredible. We decided it's like IVF.
Yeah, the process that we're in right now is like IVF. We decided we wanted to make something. We're making it.
Yep.
We're on day maybe 4 of already a long process of other stuff that had made us tired.
Yep.
Be it the things that didn't get fully into fruition, whatever other ideas, or that we are making other stuff that didn't allow this one to get into fruition for a long time. The places we lived, for example, an example of something that was like a factor.
Yep.
Things that pulled us other ways. Today we find ourselves in the same place, injecting ourselves with the hormone of
Future. Fruition.
Embryonic.
Fruition.
Embryonic
explosion.
Explosion of small
Podcast. Yep. And this is Rala and Baby, the big idea. And that seems like a great way to start.
Uh-oh.
Before we started, we did a 5-minute meditation, and it was pretty good. Her voice was nice. What she was saying was pretty good, but she said exhale like exhale.
Yeah, and then it made me think of when I went to a Pilates class, and my Pilates teacher said, let's breathe in that mouth. Now breathe out that nose.
And breathe in that mouth. And breathe out that nose.
It was in Manchester, and nobody laughed during the whole class. Nobody even made a little bit of a giggle. It's so funny to say breathe in that mouth. And it's like, what that mouth do? But in the class.
I only went to one yoga class ever.
Really?
Yeah, one yoga class, and it was with my mom. And the reason I didn't go back is because it was like with a bunch of like middle-aged ladies, and I was like 19, and they were farting. They were farting, and no one said anything. No one laughed about anything.
It's not right.
And I just was like,
they shouldn't fart also. Like, they shouldn't. I mean, like, this is actually
they shouldn't
something.
Fart?
I don't know. Like, you shouldn't fart in a room full of people where everybody's like, have to be there with your fart. Like, that's like not nice. When I was in India and I worked at this, I worked in an office, people were extremely apologetic about if they sneezed or if they sneezed, but if they farted or they burped, they were fine with it.
Wow.
Nobody would make any comment about it.
I mean, sneezes are, I guess, the most
spread.
Yeah.
But the fart is like, it stinks.
Right. And then, of course, at some point in your life, somebody tells you smells are particulate, and it ruins your whole life.
I didn't know.
Yeah. Smells are particulate. When you smell that, it's because a little tiny piece of
it.
Is
it's
inside of
your
you.
nose.
Yeah. And now
I mean, how small?
Really small.
I don't care. That's the truth. Immediately, if I go really, really small, don't care.
Great.
Come on.
Yeah.
You're talking to me about like a thing that's kind of like an atom. I can't care about an atom.
You can't?
No.
Yeah.
You can?
I mean, I don't. I feel like I could drum up caring.
About something that was the size of an atom?
What I would need, okay, this is an interesting question.
Okay.
What do you need? What are the conditions you need to care about something?
Perfect. I love that.
Yeah. Okay, so the conditions I would
size
need.
Is mine.
Your size.
I need it to be at least something I can see.
I mean, be at least a fingernail.
But I mean, if I can't see it, that's not true.
Yeah, that's not true. You care about so many things you can't see.
Yeah. I really do.
Yeah. I think for me, a condition, it doesn't have to be size. It could be enthusiasm from another person. So like if somebody is going to explain to me an atom and why I should care.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to care about it.
You think that you're caring about the atom, or you think you're caring about that other person's enjoyment?
Probably the other person's enjoyment, but it depends how good my imagination is that day.
I know, but then you go like later, you've had that experience, and the next day you meet up with an Adam?
I meet up with an Adam. It's a date. It's a date at a restaurant called Up and Adam.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a cool place. It's a buffet.
It's a cool place.
It's a buffet. You have to go up every time you want some more food. And when and then the waiter comes up to your table.
Yeah.
And the waiter says, "Can I take your order?" And you look at the menu because everything that's at the buffet is listed on the menu. And you say, "Oh, I'd like a little spinach salad with goat cheese and walnuts, and I'd like a little." I was like, "Oh, a piece of vegetable lasagna. That sounds good. I'll have a piece of vegetable lasagna." And then, that's hummus with beetroot. Yeah, I'll have some of that. Is there anything to dip in that? And then the waiter goes, "Yeah, it's all up at the buffet. Up and at 'em."
That's where you were going?
Yeah.
No, Abby. I actually kind of enjoyed that because in my head I was like, what is the pun that's going to come right now?
Yeah.
But it was actually the same one that we had before.
It's
It was just kind of like
the same one, but longer.
Yeah, it was longer. I thought you were going to say something about particle or wave.
Oh.
I thought you were going to say something about...
Nice.
Yeah, I thought you were...
Okay, and then... and then the waiter's like... and the waiter waves you to the buffet.
Yeah.
And
you go...
Yeah.
And you go, did you just wave at me? And then your friend goes, that you're there at the buffet with.
Yeah.
He goes, I saw a particle. It's not good.
No, but it is what happens.
It's definitely what happens. It's definitely what happened at this place.
Yeah.
Not
Okay.
good.
No. But yeah, I think that I'm thinking about a time when once I was at a party. And we were talking about this recently. It's
I love going to a party.
I thought you were going to say with me, but it's fine.
I've barely gone to a party with you.
I know, that's nice. We're always in a corner anyway. Okay. But I really like going to a party also. I like talking to a lot of people. I like talking to a few people. I like to dance sometimes. I like heavy parties. Pretty good.
Yeah, house parties especially.
Yes, house parties, right. And I think this is a common thing, but many people, I find myself, I love to hang out in a kitchen. Yeah. I love that.
I have a great house parties.
You have great house parties?
I just had one only, but it was so much fun.
I went to a house party at your house around Christmas time.
Yeah, that one was really sweet.
It was so nice.
Oh, that was Charlie Clive.
And
she likes the organizing. I think I can get myself to care about that, for example. That's something that's like it's not come naturally to me to go, let me think of all the little pieces to put together. But like when you do and then it comes, it's like making a show actually.
Yeah.
It's like something that everybody's going to get to enjoy. So if you think about every little part of it, like you will get to reap the enthusiasm that you can create in other people through the thing that you cared about before.
Yeah, and you do get to have it for a long time. Like, I've thrown a couple little kid birthday parties. And it's like a lot of effort going into it, painting a bunch of chopsticks that you hot glue, turning them into magic wands, setting up a station so that they like can find their wand, the one that does the magic trick. You know, a lot of like setup.
That's so cool. I'd like to hear you talk about that actually.
Well, yeah, but then you just get the pleasure from doing that all the time, and your kid does, and you like get to have done that.
Yeah, and like that's the thing, like you create a new environment for these people to be inside of, and everybody follows your rules by that being the case. I think my mom was pretty good at that. My mom was like good at like world building for my mom is awesome at world building.
What can you tell us that time?
For example, with Christmas and like Santa Claus and stuff.
Yeah.
Like she would get she had big boots that were just Santa Claus's boots in her closet. My mom has like a lot of extra stuff she doesn't need to have. And the big boots in the closet that she would put inside of a what do you call it? Flour. She put it inside flour, and yeah, I'm going, why isn't this ever turning to me? I'm talking for a while, guys.
Sometimes it just picks the better looking person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's me a lot now, so. She put
it's
both. She would put the boot in flour and then walk all the way like from the door that comes from like the beach, which is so funny when where we grew up. It comes all the way down, all the way to this little fountain we had, and then she would put hay and make everything smell like hay, and then she would step on the cookies because apparently there was like a It's a camel. But we have different ones. We have the Santa Claus comes with his reindeers, and then there's like Los Tres Reyes Magos, which are like your three kings. And they come with an elephant and a camel and a horse. So then there was like all of this, like 6 days after New Year's is like the second time that she would get to do this. She'd like step on the cookies and like leave like droppings and like would make everything look like he had just been there. Santa Claus leaves a letter that was like long, always. She still writes the Santa Claus letters for us, sends them to us through email. This year I was such a bitch about my letter because my letter came in Christmas morning at like 8 a.m. to my email. And everybody else's came in at like 9:30, 10. And so then she like was like, she didn't think that she was going to get excited and like write really long ones. And mine was really short, like really short to the point where we all read them together. And then mine is like, she retells what you did all year. She's like, and you started the year here and look how that made you feel. And like, she's awesome, obviously. And then she goes through every little part of your year. And mine was sort of like, what an amazing year you had, girl. Like, that's kind of it. And then I was like, I read mine first, then we read everybody's. And mine was so short. I was like, Santa Claus doesn't give a crap about me. And she was like, no, like, yeah, he does. He was just busy and in the morning, like, in whatever. And then I was upset. And then she wrote me another one that was really long in the afternoon. And then I felt like, I'm so annoying. Like, I can't even believe that. She's like making a big effort, and like I know she knows what I did during the year, but I wanted it written down the same way my sisters got it.
But that's really sweet, actually. It's sweet also for her
that I care to get mad.
Yeah, it's actually sweet.
I was mad,
and that she like can tell then that this thing that takes her time and takes her effort like matters to you.
It matters to me.
Yeah.
So funny.
That's really nice.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's so sweet. And whenever we would go on trips and like during Christmas also, like she would bring like a whole other luggage of like all of the Christmas decorations so that wherever we were, like she could decorate the whole place.
Oh my God.
My dad was so angry about that stuff. It's like paying for extra luggage to bring stuff that you know you're going to bring back that you're only going to use for one day. But it's like, she's like, that's the magic. Like, that's the magic. If I don't do it, then there's no magic.
That's really sweet.
Yeah, she's just right. Anyways, house parties, and then also you were saying about that you like standing in the kitchen.
Wow. I really like thinking about your mom.
Yeah, my mom is good.
It's really nice.
Everybody should know that my relationship with Abby healed my relationship with my mom.
Tell me about that.
How do you feel about that when I say that?
I think I feel good about it, but when you're just saying that about your mom, some things about your mom I feel like really like liberate me as a parent. Like some things about your mom,
because my mom wasn't an absent mom, but she was a mom who went away for work for like long periods of time, way longer than yours.
Great.
Like actually, like 8 months we're talking.
Yeah,
where she would live in another place and like do her job that she loved and gave her so much joy, and like we all knew that made sense because of the way in which it affected fucking everything. Can I curse on here? It felt like everything was better because she was able to fill her cup in this massive way where she would go to a country where she was loved. She didn't care for the country we grew up in. Also similar in a sense. Like it wasn't the place that made her feel full. Like my mom feels in Mexico like she clicks in. So clicking in is this new thing I'm saying. All right. Camera. Clicking in is this new thing I'm saying that like I've been like sort of like when I'm talking about because Abby and I have been to a couple Quaker meetings. Abby has been to many more than me. I've been to 2.
I've been to 6.
And Abby has been to 6, which is actually 2/3 more.
Yeah.
And I need that really fast. But that thing is that when in the Quaker meeting, which we'll talk about at length at some point, could be now, whatever, freaking listen to every episode. Don't miss a day.
Don't miss a day.
Don't miss a day. You don't know how tired we are when we're doing this for you.
What the hell? We're not missing the day.
No. We're in the middle of the comedy festival.
We like just yell at our audience the whole time.
Appreciate it.
We don't want to be here.
We don't want to be here.
We do.
We of course want to be here, but like our hearts want to be. It's like IVF.
It's like IVF.
That started slow, but I think we're going to start slow every day. I think that's hilarious. The top part of every one of our episodes sucks.
And get through it. And just commit.
That's how I feel about, like, most shows also. Like, my shows that I put up online, which I'm going to put up one more for sure, that I've only actually put up one. So right now I am talking about two because one of them is coming. The beginning part of my show is always like, oh my God, this girl is not comfortable. And you had to watch her be like uncomfortable but still getting through the motions. In Quaker meetings, there is the hour is that you, the first, like you just sit there for an hour in silence and you share if you have a feeling that you are going to give what they say is ministry. You're going to be like a minister for a minute.
Nobody's talking to me about this at Quaker meetings.
That's what they said in this one.
In this one?
That was the first. So I don't know anything about them, and I'm figuring it out as I go.
Yeah.
So when somebody says something in the meeting, I go, "Oh, that's what it's like."
Mm.
Could be that it's different in different places.
Yeah.
But like the reason that you speak is because you have been moved, and you have assumed that it's God that spoke to you, and you have been moved to share that, and that's ministry. I think that's actually what ministry means. Don't know, but I think.
Yeah, I think it comes from mine is tree, and it's when you're in the forest and
you connect, like to the bottom ground.
Yeah, you
like
root,
a tree.
You root in. What they say is you click in.
I think the Quaker could use the click in stuff.
You you stand up before the meeting even starts. Be like, God talked to me during the week. God talked to me this week.
And that's good that you left some space up at the top. What about if you raise your hand?
Yeah, sometimes I might need to.
God talked to me during the week.
Okay, go ahead. Click in.
Clicking in is sort of like what I assume is like the moment you speak is when you feel something has like landed with you. When it feels like click. Very simple, and it's in the idea. Like you had a feeling, you had a thought, and they have clicked in together, pretty much. You understand something now, which in like the Quaker meeting that I went to, there was like this really lovely man that got up. It was like only 2 people got up, and he was maybe like 47 or something, and British guy. And he got up and he said, I've been like really like going through this problem right now. Like I'm like, I can't sleep at night. Like I'm like going like every single night. I'm like just thinking about this thing. I'm thinking about this thing. And it's like really keeping me up. And right now I just realized that's just the moment I'm in. Sit down.
That's nice.
Yeah. And what it gives you is like, it's a click. That's a click. You go, oh, it doesn't take away anything. It just like, it's like perspective and like it's click. And then we are thinking, because when you're in the mountain and you're climbing up, you have to click in when you're doing rock climbing or whatever. Never did it yet, but maybe I did do it. I won't speak to that. When you're going up, you click in and then you keep going up.
Yeah.
And then if you fall, you only fall as far down as you last clicked in. Do it that way you will.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good. I think we should say a little bit more about Quaker meetings since we did Quaker stuff. But the nice thing about Quaker meetings are like that you sit. What I have
Tell us why you went.
I went. I think that I was raised Christian. I was raised Lutheran, and I don't feel like I'm that. And I'm interested in spiritual practices and stuff. I'm interested in Buddhism. Spiritual.
Yeah.
I'm interested in Buddhism. I'm interested in like things where you're looking around. I like to look around, and I like to believe that when I'm looking around, there's going to be something to see. And so
meaning making practices.
Making practices.
But also meaning assumption. No?
Yeah, I don't think it's meaning making. I feel like it's like I like meaning appearing practices. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
And so there's something about Buddhism I really like. I like Pema Chodron. I like I want to say Roald Dahl, Ram Dass. I do like Roald Dahl.
Yeah.
Sorry, he said some fucked up shit, and I will not apologize for those things because it wasn't me. But he did.
He did.
Yep, and Ram Dass probably did too in his time.
I wonder.
But whatever.
I don't think so.
You think he never said a fucked up thing?
I think he said fucked up things, but I think everybody says fucked up things. I think everybody should say fucked up thing.
Yeah, go on.
Say them.
Say one.
But the way I feel about saying fucked up things.
Yeah.
Oh my God, come on, be serious.
You should absolutely. And
Say.
life is live radio.
Like, so much life is live radio, and also like we are here to make mistakes.
Yes, we are.
Please.
Speaking of mistakes, when I do Buddhism, when I try to do Buddhism, that is how I feel. I feel like I am with just like constantly making mistakes, and that is allowed, encouraged, and I think like whatever. But I don't feel like naturally good at that. You're not supposed to. That's the practice. The practice is like whatever. So when you're thinking, when you're meditating, and then you have a thought, you're supposed to be like Pema Chodron is always like, she's always like, you just thinking, and you like send the thought on its way, and you just like be nice to yourself. You don't beat yourself up about it. She said she had this student one time that was from Texas, and he would say, "Get along, little cowboy," or something when he had a thought, and that's how she does it to herself now. And so it's nice. And I acknowledge that other people have different thoughts around this. But
can I say one thing about that?
Yeah.
So the way that like because that's something that I feel as well. And then I've talked about it with some Buddhist people. And then what they say also is like, it's just about what you attach yourself to and what separates you from the now.
Yeah.
So whatever. But it's like, it's not separate from you in the way that we like to kind of like separate it in order to give ourselves more like, right, this is the reason why we like this other thing.
Yeah. But the reason why I like that other thing is because you're sitting there in a Quaker meeting, and it's a similar thing. You sit in a group of people, and everyone's quiet, and you're just like, you have your eyes open, whatever way you're comfortable, you're like whatever. And then, but you're there in case God wants to talk to you. And so for that to be a conversation, I feel like, for it to be a conversation, I am supposed to be there, and my thoughts are supposed to be there, and my like mind and like ideas are supposed to be there. And for me, that is very useful at this moment in my life when I am very interested in what I have to say and think.
Yeah, totally. Me too.
Yeah.
I was like, and we've also like given ourselves over to our subjectivity. Like we've like decided about like, that's what we're here to look at. Like the world through our subjective lens. Like it's not separate. It's real together. Also, that's what makes it interesting to us.
Yeah.
That's like the Jacqueline Novak thing she says in her Work in Progress that I loved. That was like that she knows that when you meditate, you're a drop that goes into like this big ocean. And she's like, but like, I want to stay the drop in the ocean.
Yeah.
I don't want to stop being that drop.
Yeah.
Because I don't care so much about the ocean. I care about that drop. That's not exactly what she said, but that touched me.
Yeah, what did she say?
I can't remember. I watched like a Work in Progress.
Yeah, it was really funny.
Yeah, it was really funny. She was really funny.
And then you could come out and be the drop that's like John Travolta, but
something.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Jacqueline Novak, if you're listening to this,
Probably she is.
you're very funny.
Yeah, to me, inspiring in a way I can't even believe.
That's really nice.
Yeah, I talked about it a lot when I was on mushrooms. I just felt like this is one of the people, because you're always looking for people that give you permission to be exactly what you're like already.
Yeah,
And she's big time that for me.
that's really nice.
True.
Yeah.
True. So that's probably why it's nice.
Yeah, so we've been going to Quaker meetings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So what the feeling feels like in this Quaker meetings that like, so when Abby said to me about them, what I felt was like she had gotten a couple metaphors that were like awesome and particular to you and felt like divine and like divine because they were so clear.
Yeah.
And so silly also, but also not at all silly. And you can share them as much as you want or not. But that there was like this feeling of like, right, you give yourself the time around other people. Also, that part is like important to me because I am like the communing part. Like I'm only ever doing that when I'm in front of people.
Yeah, that's interesting. And this is a really nice way of being with other people who are doing the same thing as you. And the assumption while you're doing it is that any thought you might have or any image that comes to you could be like really important, could be like sacred, could be like, you know, the thing you're looking for, and that anybody else having a thought or whatever, that also could be something for you.
Yeah.
And that's really nice. So then any thought you have, like, even if it's a thought like, oh, I'm uncomfortable. Oh, okay. So, well,
Yeah, let's do it.
right. So one time I was doing it and I was just like thinking about how I came in a little bit late and I sat at this wall. I didn't really want to sit on that side. And I was like thinking about like, oh, it would have been nice if I sat over there on that side where the sun would have been on me. And oh, and then whatever and whatever. And then I'm like, wow, I'm really doing this wrong. I'm thinking all my thoughts are these like stupid thoughts about my physical comfort and whatever. And then everyone else is just being perfectly quiet and doing this correctly. And then there's I'm sitting by this wall that I didn't want to sit next to. And there's some rats in that wall. There's some rats in that wall. Everyone in this quiet Quaker room can hear these rats in the wall. They're all looking at me like I'm making the rat sounds. It's like scampering, clawing, a little bit of like squeaky squeak rat sound. Everybody looking at me like you making these rat sounds? And I'm like, oh my God, I'm not. And then everyone kind of goes back to their meditation and I'm like listening to these like rats right behind me in the wall. I start thinking like, oh, these rats in the wall behind my head. That's all I can think about is rats in the wall. And then I start imagining, what if it's not a rat? What if it's not rats in the wall? What if it's a cat in the next room? I'm like starting to get freaked out by these rats. And then I'm like, what if there's not rats right behind my head in this wall? What if it's a cat in the next room? Like, that's fine. Cats are allowed to be in the next room. That's a safe thing to think like there's a cat in the next room. And then I get like really like moved, like I'm like, oh, so I think cats that are being held hostage by people in a room that can't get out are okay, and rats in the wall that are just living there. And I'm like, oh, these are the same thoughts I'm thinking. Like I'm like these rats in the wall are like my thoughts of like my physical comfort and what is okay, and like what I'm thinking is okay is like if I were imagining instead this other scenario or looking out the window at the sky. And it was just like, right, anything that you're thinking when you're putting attention on it, when you're looking at it like this might be the thing, can become the thing.
This is amazing, huge, and massive.
It felt like it at the time.
It feels, when I listen to it, it feels amazing, huge, and massive. It really does. I feel like, yeah, yes. And also, like, to get to look at the nature of the thought is like, you are gifting yourself that. And also, it's because you go, which is the thing that I thought you were going to say, which I said, yeah, let's do it, which is what I thought you were going to say, which was that in this last Quaker meeting, we had a woman there that was talking about Jesus Christ. And I felt like immediately annoyed at like, don't do that. They're breaking kind of the rules, even though there's no rules. And it's just like,
well, there are rules. We're not really using the rules. Is honestly, the thing, I think.
When we were talking about this, I haven't looked up anything about this. Okay. I don't know anything. I don't know.
I think it's like, right. And I also haven't that much because I'm kind of like into the way that I am using this tool, like, which is like not really in a very Jesus-y way, but like in the community with other people. And like, there's something out there. And like, basically I keep thinking like, oh, I keep going to these meetings. God knows where to find me. Hey, God, you know where I'll be. That's how I feel.
I think though with that, and I think that's great with that also, like, it is good to use it for whatever it is. There is also a very clear idea there that is like, you can be, the stuff you say matters. Like, that's a big part of the Quaker thing, for sure.
Oh, the stuff you say in the meeting. The stuff anybody says in the meeting.
Yeah, the fact that you in the meeting are the minister also.
Yeah.
Like the non-hierarchical thing. Like that feels like a big part of it. We all have something inside of us that allows us to connect to God that might even be God. Not that we are gods, but like, and I don't, again, nobody quote me on nothing. But that like there's like a thing about like the light inside of us.
Yeah.
The assumption that everybody like whatever anybody brings is like valid in the sense that to be human is to be in touch with the divine.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm right there with you. Jesus Christ as a person, and today is Good Friday.
And today is Good Friday, and that's why we're talking about this.
Do Jesus Christ, obviously a person who's in touch with the divine. I don't care, son of God. I don't care about any of that stuff. I care about individual who is actively trying to be part of the world and look at people and like see them as human beings, which is what we talked about yesterday in the park, which is like we are all here and we don't even think about that part. Like, we all happen to be here. We are all the ones that are on the earth with each other at the same exact time. Us, we are the ones. And like, that was the nice thing that I've been feeling lately, which is like this, like, the word that keeps coming up is this disposal. Like, we are at each other's disposal, but there is like a negative connotation there that's like kind of like throw them away. But like, I kind of like it. There's like a lightness also to disposability.
Oh, yeah. We talked about that. That's what we kept saying on when we were in the woods for the week with Diedrich. I forgot. I was like, when did we talk about that? Yeah, but it was so incredible
Well,
to
that's
be
the way I've
like
been feeling.
at each other's disposal and know that and agree to it and be like, oh, like, right. Like when we wanted to try something out, that's all we were there to do for each other.
You know what it is also? Like, there is like a very clear kind of like, you have to have trust that you don't want to harm somebody, then they can really be at your disposal. Like, if I'm not going to harm you, I'm at your disposal. I mean, the other way around. If you are not going to harm me, I'm at your disposal.
Oh, yeah.
You can do with me what you like, actually. You can actually do with me what you like if I know you're not going to hurt me. I genuinely think that. With me, personally. Like, if you're doing it with love in your heart, you can do with me what you like. Because if you're doing it actual love, I'm talking actual love. You love me, you respect me, you see me, you can do with me. You can talk to me, you can open yourself to me, and I can say back to you because you love me and so I love you, and like that's the contract that we've signed. I feel really safe in that. And like I've been thinking, like, there's like when I sit next to people on the train or the plane or something, and like there's sometimes times that like I really get into stuff with people. With this lady that I got in a big fight with, that I had like this whole beautiful conversation at the beginning with. That was like, her name was Ribena, or like, yeah, Ribena. I think her name was Ribena, like that drink in the UK. That's like a syrupy drink. First, she started talking to me, and I was like, wait, I have to put on my hearing aids. And then I put on my hearing aids, and she had hearing aids, and I knew she had hearing aids. I can tell when I'm always looking to see who has hearing aids. She's like, I'm always looking to see who has 10 fingers.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Huh.
I don't feel anything about it, but I'm looking. I'm counting everybody's fingers in a way.
Oh. If you thought your fingers hadn't been counted by Lara Ricote,
They have! I have! I just think I'm looking to see who has hearing aids, and I'm looking to see the amount of fingers people have. I don't feel very much about it. I just know I do it. Whatever. Anyway, she had hearing aids. And we started talking, and it turns out she's been hard of hearing since she's little, like me. And so it was like, I was like, oh, cool. I'm getting to talk to like this 70-year-old lady on the way to Manchester. And like, we had a big conversation, maybe for like 2 hours. She was so open, so kind. And like, she was like a feminist and like interested. And like, she said some stuff about like, it's so amazing the way in which young people get to be alive today, which is like, you get to have preference in a way that like, we've never had preference. Like, you get to really look at yourself and look at your life and like decide what you want based on what you like. And I was like, yeah, so true, man. I love that about being alive. And I really get that freedom. And then she said something that was like anti-trans, like something about women be women or something. And then I was like, what do you mean by that? Like, because I was like, I did not think that was coming at all. And then she went on like this J.K. Rowling style rant about it. And I was like, whoa, like, oh, all of a sudden this turned into something really different. And we had a big, like, because, like, I just kept, like, telling her back the things that she had told me earlier about preference and about, like malleability and about, like, the expansion of the self through, like, engaging with the things that are true for one. And then, like, she could not see it. She could not see it in this one way. And then we started a little bit yelling, a little bit. I'm yelling with people on the fucking... But I was just like, but like, what are you saying? Like that, like, what are you saying? Like, you're not saying what you think you're saying. And then at some point I said, like, the thing about the hearing aids, well, I guess I'm really telling the story. Uh-oh.
Seems like it.
Seems like it. And I can't really remember exactly why right now, but we'll get to it as soon as I'm done, which is in actually 10 seconds. she was like, you're not gonna change my mind. I was like, okay, then we shouldn't talk anymore. She was like, it was really nice to talk to you. Like that immediately after. And I was like, okay, yeah, we shook hands. And I moved to the other side. And I just sat there and I was like, we're not going to talk anymore. And, disposal.
Yep.
It was like, this was a lady who I got to have all of that with. She got to have all of that with me. I showed up entirely. And like, I was like, if I care about this conversation, I'm going to have this conversation. I'm not going to not have it. And like, it was, it was like, I'm alive. And this is a real life lady who has a real life opinion that's different than mine. And I can talk about it with this lady. It was cool. It was cool. All that to say, these people that were in here in the world, etc., we should talk to them and stuff.
It is really cool. It is really cool. I mean, just like tiny things too. Like I was just thinking, yeah, all the time we're around people and we can't, or I can't, like, we can't be at each other's disposal all the time. Sometimes we have somewhere to be. But like the other day, even we were just like riding that elevator and somebody was going to the gym and it was this really big guy, like 2 times as big as us. And then there was like 2 other people on the elevator. And he was like, I forget what happened. He was kind of like, I don't know where it is, or like he seemed like he was a little worried. He's gigantic, and dressed.
So we were like, Are you going to the gym? We went.
He's like, yeah, but I don't know. And
they were both lost. That was the thing. 2 people dressed in gym clothes coming out of a floor where the gym was not.
Yeah.
And then we talked to them about going to the gym.
And then we were like, we're gonna keep you. We're gonna protect you. Don't worry, little guy. And then we're gonna walk you there like your security detail.
Yeah, I was like, I'll go in the front. Abby will go in the back.
So, because I can see over his shoulder.
Yeah, you said. And then we walked him over to the gym.
Yeah, and we're like, don't worry. And they all kind of played along, and everybody's face just kind of went. They were like surprised that we were playing this game.
Yeah.
But they were like, okay. And it was like, right. Because we forget all the time that we can play like that, and then
with
we remember
literally anybody
for a minute.
I know I did it yesterday. Actually, I got in the elevator and there were these like really kind of like tight dressed girls with like very like 2K Y2K sort of like outfit, but like everybody had like cared very much about every single little piece of their outfit, slick back hair, bun, and shit. They looked like amazing. And they got in the elevator and I said, hey. And they were like, maybe like 22. I was like, hey. And they were like, hi. And I was like, are you guys going out? And they were like, you can tell? And I was like, yeah, you guys look awesome. And then they were like, we're going to this thing. I couldn't understand them because of whatever. I don't think I had one hearing aid on. And it was like, oh, I shouldn't have gotten into this conversation right now because I'm not going to be able to be part of it. But there was just a tiny moment in the beginning where it was like, acknowledge the reality that we are all in, please.
Yeah.
For all of us.
That's
especially
nice.
when we're in a box.
Yeah. It's really hard. It's really hard to not do it when you're in a box.
I know. I wonder, like...
I might ride an elevator all day at one time. I think I would love to do that. I just think you get special interactions in an elevator.
There is an amazing short film about this.
That exists?
Mm-hmm.
What happens?
I haven't finished. I haven't watched it. I haven't finished it. Short film. I haven't finished it.
I haven't finished making it. I just got the idea right now.
Paulina sent it to me. She was like, you're going to like exactly this.
Oh,
and I didn't like, she sent me like a little clip of it and then you had to go and watch the whole thing and I didn't. I just saved it. Which with my 1,000 other things that I've saved that I haven't gone to look back at. God, if I could one day do that, that would be good for me.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's like a guy who like over a whole day stays in an elevator and records all the interactions that they have in the elevator.
Okay, well, I guess I don't have to live my life then.
No, you can do it in your way that you would do it, and it would be different. Also, I think he was French.
Okay, well, I'll do it. Not French.
Okay, I'll do it in English.
French.
There's a joke about an elevator guy that my family always tells in Spanish.
Okay.
Oh, it doesn't work in English. It requires an Argentinian accent, and that's the joke.
Okay.
So literally,
come on.
Come on.
Just say the punchline.
Okay, well, it actually takes a lot of explaining because it doesn't make any sense.
Well, just say it in
Okay.
Spanish. It won't make sense to most of us anyway.
Okay, so it's an elevator guy,
Yeah.
elevator, like the person who stays in the elevator and like
This is
clicks.
still English. I'm sure of it.
Oh, okay. That's true. But I'm going to just translate it.
Okay.
The elevator guy, and he's in the elevator. He's the button clicker.
Yeah.
Like in his little outfit and
Yeah.
stuff. Someone comes in the oh no, he's riding up and down and he farts a fucking crazy fart. He go, ooh, he's like, ooh, and he grabs a little like spray bottle and it says like pine smell. And he sprays all over the thing. Then it goes up all the way to the 20th floor. And two Argentinian people, an Argentinian guy comes in, and the elevator guy goes, "It smells like woods in here, right?" And the Argentinian guy goes, "Yeah, smells like woods. Would you just fart in the whole elevator?" It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Say it in Spanish. Just
and
that
he
part.
goes, "Huele a bosque, ¿no? Huele a bosque." Like, sí, a bosque, te estás cagando. Because bosque is the woods. And then it smells like bosque, you that in Argentinian, you that has shit yourself pretty much. My family cracks up at that joke.
That's pretty funny.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny. Definitely, it's funny.
It's funny, definitely.
How long have we been going?
I don't have really any idea about that.
Okay.
I don't think 45 minutes yet.
Oh, 41 minutes.
Knew it.
Nay.
I think that's when I feel the most like myself. Maybe I was thinking around strangers, around people I don't know, but maybe like it's like the way I feel the most like myself in the whole world is when I'm like walking down the street and I have a funny interaction. Or like I'm in an elevator and I have a funny interaction. I feel like, wow, this is really what I'm like.
Oh.
And there's no one to like prove it to. It's just like, that's when I feel like when I walk my kids to school in the morning, when I take my kid to school and then I walk home and then I I know a lot of people who live around me and they say hi to me and there's sometimes a funny thing that happens and I'm just like, this is the time that I'm most the way that I am, I think.
That's really nice.
Well, yeah, and also the thing that makes me cry all the time, one of many things that makes me cry is when people are nice and have a funny interaction, when they start a funny interaction with you and there's no reason and it's not going to get them they're not going to get like a promotion from it or a raise or they don't know. They're just having a sweet, nice interaction or being helpful or being funny. Just because we're all here on the planet together, yeah, then I have the funny interaction. I think I like do a really good job acting like that's totally normal, and then they walk away and cry. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
One time.
Yeah, say it.
Oh, one of my favorite ones is that I was on a train one time, and the trains in Denmark have these they have like a sensor and you have to like swipe your hands underneath. It's so funny in Denmark. Everybody's walking up to train doors like they have all these bags and then they're going like this, like looking up the sensor, begging, praying.
Praying like that.
Yeah, they're like, please just open the goddamn door. And one time there was this little kid who was following after their grown-up, and then the grown-up went in it's not like between cars, it's like between sections, so it's not like a dangerous thing to do, but the grown-up went into the next session and had all this stuff and was carrying maybe another baby, and this kid is like 5, too short for the sensor, and is standing at the sensor thing trying to go not worried. They're not worried, they're not like scared or whatever, but there's just this like good looking like maybe 20-year-old or like late teens, early 20s guy, like slumped over, watching his phone next to that door. And then this kid is trying to like open the sensor door and he sees the kid and then he just like leans forward and goes and gives this sweet smile and like swipes it above. And they just like look at each other for a second, and the little girl like smiles and laughs, and the guy like smiles and laughs, and then she goes into the next car, and he just sits there and puts his phone on his lap and like smiles to himself for a little while. And I'm just like, yeah. That was like a year ago. I'm crying all the time still, and I'm thinking about that.
That's very nice.
That's the kind of thing I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, right, of course, we're trained to do nice things and be sweet and be helpful to people we know and we know we're going to see and people who could, like, give us things. But, like, oh, man.
Yeah, when I was thinking about that, like, while you're saying that, it's, like, so... I mean, I feel like I even feel stupid saying these words that I want to say.
Say,
But it's like exactly the type of thing that you disallow yourself from seeing when you don't look at everybody.
Yeah.
Even that, like the fact that we don't look at each other. Like we don't look at each other. Like we don't. I'm thinking also that about like outfits and like expression and how like sometimes when I'm wearing something and then somebody like looks at it, there's like this bit of like a don't look at me that perks up in some way, and then it's like it's not loud, it's tiny, which is like or not don't look at me. Maybe it's like a judgment. Like I wonder if I'm being judged, and like I don't want to be judged if I can, but like there is also like yeah. But also you're like being looked at because you're here and you're putting yourself out into the world and like you're being looked at because you made a choice about your expression and like people get to look at that. People get to, which is that thing that makes me cry whenever I get to say that before my show, which is like I get to do this for them. Like I get to.
Yeah.
And I get to and for them. Like if that was present for me all of the time with everything I do, like that connects me, that clicks me in for real.
Well, that is what we were saying. Oh, excuse me. Who's locked in now?
You're locked in. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So that is what it is about when we were sitting in that Quaker meeting and this person like started. So like what I feel like the rules in a Quaker meeting are supposed to be because somebody told me once is you're only supposed to talk in the meeting about what happens in the meeting. Like if God talks to you in the meeting and this person is like basically telling this story about how they came to Jesus and I have and they start talking and I have zero patience for it. I'm like, this is not what a Quaker, excuse me, I've been to 6 Quaker meetings.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I've been to 6 Quaker meetings and this is not, and in one of them they told me this is not what's supposed to be happening. And then it gives us this opportunity to be like, what the hell?
Yes.
Like, what the hell? I want to just go through life. I want everything to be this same brown porridge soup that I'm swimming through the same texture. I don't want anything to swim around. I just want to doggy paddle in oatmeal the rest of my life. The oatmeal that I thought it should all be like. No, this is actually an opportunity for me to listen to somebody like they might have something to say to me when I don't think they have anything to say to me.
For me, it's actually even it's not about them for me. Like for me, it's about my annoyance. I go,
well, yeah.
Yeah. But
well, that's what I'm saying.
No, of course. But you go, listen to them like they have something to say to you. Like they, for me, they don't have something to say to me. And I'm wrong. And hey, I would not dare conclude about that. But I do think the whole thing is a gift for me because first of all, how dare I think I know better about what is good for me right now? In this specific situation, I supposedly am opening up myself enough to be at a Quaker meeting where that's not something I was thinking about at all, maybe even 6 months ago, you know? I'm open enough to be here, but I'm not open enough to let this experience be what it is.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Perfect for me to notice. Go, okay. And also that in and of itself, lesson, I get it. I get what I'm supposed to take from this annoyance. And there is the second part, which is I don't know what is good for me.
Yeah.
That I love.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
I love that too. And I feel like I have benefited a lot in this life in ways that are huge and really clear from being open to the possibility that lots of things are working in my favor and I have a natural sort of tendency towards that. I don't know how much of it is natural. I think a lot of it is natural. A lot of it is because my mom used to pay me $20 to listen to self-help books when I was 8 years old.
Please about that.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
So I'm good. But wait a second. I wanted to think something about...
Isn't that special? That's so special.
Yeah, but all the guys who wrote the books are in the Epstein files.
Yeah.
But I still got good stuff.
No, but this is
really
the thing we're saying
stuff.
the whole time, of course.
Yeah. The whole goddamn time.
Yeah. So
and I
funny. They're all in
think
the
it's
Epstein
the
file.
truth. I mean,
Yes.
Deepak Chopra is the main one that I'm
Yeah.
thinking of. I don't
Yes.
know about the rest of them.
I know. I was thinking about him too.
Yeah, because right. But when I was like 12 years old, I listened to Deepak Chopra like say that your whole body replaces itself in a year, and I got $20 to listen to that and
What was her
repeat it back to my
thought?
mom. She was listening to this stuff for like she's a like high powered businesswoman, and she was like listening to this stuff for these like conferences she was going to, and she was just like, I bet a kid who listened to this would have a different like mindset growing up. You wouldn't have to learn this when you're a grown up if you just like
It's smart.
knew that this was true.
It's just so funny.
It's really funny. Yeah, and I think the thing is, I would I got a 13-year-old now. I'm starting to be like, what should I be paying her to listen to? But yeah, because at the time it was like whatever. But
Yeah.
it got in there.
Obviously.
Got in there good. But wait. Now I lost the thread.
No, you didn't.
Where is it? It was Quaker meeting. This stuff.
You don't
everything
know what's
happened.
good for you. I am a person who already thinks that everything
Could be.
working in your favor.
Could be.
And then you said that thing about the Deepak Chopra, your mom. Really?
Yeah, there was something. There was something
Oh.
good. But you know what? This podcast is going to go on for a lot of years.
I know. And actually, we're at 50 minutes right now.
And,
Imagine to end without that.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
It's possible that we might do another one right away.
Yeah. And then you'll find out when I remember.
Uh-oh.
Okay, this has been Rala and Baby, the big idea.
This has seriously been Rala and Baby, the big idea. And I think we're getting somewhere with it.
What's the big idea?
Please comment below and definitely send this to someone that you love, someone that you dislike, someone that you never met before that you're thinking, maybe I should write them on Instagram. Maybe it's time for me to start sending somebody I haven't met yet, but I like what they put up online. Send it to them as well.
Yeah. That's a great person to send it to.
Thank you. And we wish you and your family and all your loved ones a lot of peace.
Happy Good Friday.
Happy Good Friday. And let it be good.